Eli Manning is the guy on the dartboard right now. And it's true that he's not playing well, but they got serious issues in that offensive line. They thought that they were going to firm it up a little bit. Nate Solder, they got him from the Patriots. They were still waiting for Eric Flowers to act like a number one draft pick. The defense is what really surprised me last night. They looked like they didn't care. They were lackadaisical, and even Troy Aikman said that. Odell Beckham Jr. gets a lot of attention as well. Saquon Barkley was spectacular in a losing effort, but ultimately it all comes down to Eli Manning. The Giants are 1-5, and unless they fix the glaring weaknesses, they're going to end up with a high draft pick. And if that happens, there's a chance they're going to use that high draft pick on a quarterback. Eli's 37 and an old 37, and they'll move on at some point. But if they keep losing, they could be moving on a lot sooner than the teams and fans had probably expected or hoped for. The Giants are 1-5 this morning, so worst record in football. This is the one that's going to get you if you're a Giants fan. They're 4-18 since the start of last season. Only the Cleveland Browns have been worse. That's the reality. And you know what? I'd rather have the Cleveland Browns' future right now. Go ahead, Paulie, hit it.
Well, I need a minute.
Okay.
Paul's still collecting himself from that hot take.
Yeah.
Well, early.
Yeah, I know. Should have given you a heads up there. But, yeah, the Cleveland Browns are the only team who've been worse off than the Giants at 1-5. You have Saquon Barkley has been great. He really has. He's wonderful to watch. And it does remind me, and they interspersed some Barry Sanders highlights last night. I go back to when Barry played for the Lions. They didn't have anything. They didn't have a quarterback. They had Herman Moore, and they didn't have a good offensive line. And it would be 1 yard, 2 yards, 6 yards, 30 yards. -2, 4 yards, 7 yards, 28 yards. That's how Barry Sanders would run in these games. But you also have Saquon Barkley. If you're adding weight to Barry Sanders and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, he's a really talented, dangerous player. But this is a league that's all about quarterbacking play. I don't care how good your skill position guys are. You have to have a quarterback playing at a high level. I mean, Dallas has maybe the best running back in football, but that doesn't matter if Dak Prescott doesn't act like a Pro Bowl quarterback. And Eli Manning didn't have any time last night. You know, in today's game, you know, it is a quarterback-based league, but you have to have a quarterback who's able to extend a play. Eli, as soon as there's a rush, he just goes down. And he just folds. It's like cards. You know, he just collapses. It's the Manning way. And let me just go down. Not even trying to extend a play. He can't extend a play. And that's a bigger problem here. If you have a bad offensive line with a quarterback who can't even roll to his right, extend a play, then, you know, the amount of time he has back there is really limited. But he's not a great regular season quarterback. He's had moments, but he's not one of those guys where you go, boy, Eli's going to torch you. It always feels like it's Odell Beckham who's going to torch you. Now it's Saquon Barkley who's going to torch you. It's not Eli who's going to carve you up here. But with no offensive line, it doesn't matter. And it's not going to matter as you move forward with this team. But Eli at 37, there's no way he's back next year at that kind of price tag. But if you're drafting somebody, can you trade for somebody? I don't know if it matters. You still have to play behind that offensive line. What else do you have, McLovin?
Question. Would Eli, if he isn't with the Giants, would he start somewhere else, like, say, Jacksonville next year, or is at 38? Or could it be the end of the line? Or I guess it depends on situations.
Okay. Would you rather have Blake Bortles or Eli Manning?
Oh, saucy.
Yeah. I'd rather have Blake Bortles.
I can't tell who should be insulted in that poll question.
Yeah.
I think we're being insulted.
I would rather have Blake Bortles than I would Eli Manning.
Wow.
I would. Is there a team Eli could start for, aside from the Giants? Now, let me factor in his salary, because would you take him over C.J. Beathard with the Niners? You probably would.
But do you need a good...
Maybe.
Do you want a good line so it can be full Eli, or what? I mean,
no, he's going into that situation. He'd be the Niners quarterback. I'd rather have C.J. Beathard. I don't know if Eli could start for any other team right now. I don't know if any other team... Let's say I took out his salary. Salary didn't even factor in. Is there any other team that would go, he's better than our quarterback?
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.